Hi, Kat.
Hi, John.
How are you doing?
John, I'm okay. How are you?
I'm okay also, I think.
Yeah, I feel like we're going to be okay for a while.
I think we're synced up in our okayness right now.
Yeah.
Is what's up. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. What are we doing, Kat?
We're recording a podcast.
Aha. A podcast. Okay.
It's called My Mistake.
Oh, what's that like?
Well, you know all too well, John, because we talk about your mistakes.
It's
mostly.
true, we do. We also talk about your mistakes.
Sometimes.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes we talk about mistakes that have happened in history. We call those hysterical mistakes.
We do call them that, and we do talk
Don't
about
worry,
them.
Jill. This isn't one of those.
It's not one of those, Jill. Stay tuned.
Sometimes we shoot some shit.
Indeed. Sometimes
Sometimes
we
we
dip
talk-
the old dunny.
Sometimes we do that. Sometimes we talk about bison. Sometimes we talk to Australians.
Yeah. Sometimes we read weird news of the oops.
Sometimes, John,
Yes.
on a beautiful but rare occasion, we will have someone on the podcast,
Right? When we have
Guest.
invited them to
if
be
you
on.
will. Exactly. And they come on and they tell stories from their lives that are also considered mistakes. That's what we're doing tonight.
We are.
This
Yay!
evening, this dusk or dawn, whenever you're listening.
It could be midday.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. No judgment.
And our guest today is, I would say they are a mistaker, a my mistaker.
Okay. Yes, I think that's an understatement.
They're a friend of the pod.
Indeed.
They are a great, great Texan. I knew that was good.
Fuck off.
Please welcome to the My Mistake podcast. It's Katie Dickerson.
Don't ever call me that ever again.
But Katie, why?
I could not belong to this state any less than if I hadn't lived here for 32 years, but alas, I have.
You know, you may know, because you are a student of the podcast, that I grew up in Indiana.
I did, in fact, know that. Did you know that Mike Pence is from there? Did you know that, John?
I was aware. I was aware.
Wild.
Again, being uniquely qualified to know how every single episode of this podcast ends.
Did you tell him that I made a request? Okay, great.
No, not yet.
Okay. I'm curious to hear about that.
Just with the closer today, I'm obviously well-versed in how you shut things down around here.
Indeed.
I have 3 additions to make to that.
Ooh. Okay, we're going to spread the love around, or whatever the opposite of love is.
Truly, yeah.
Sure. Okay.
I'm excited to find out what those are. I have no
too.
idea.
Me too. Well, welcome, Katie.
Welcome.
Oh, hi, guys. Thanks.
Thanks for joining us. Thanks for
Actually, thank you for joining me. I'm going to do this Emma Bell style.
Oh,
Welcome
shit.
to the podcast.
Welcome to the Katie Show.
I love it. Except the difference is, Katie, what's the name of this podcast?
It's definitely not Emma Bell's mistakes. It's my mistake.
There you go. You're already ahead of Emma Bell.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Famously, she did not know
didn't
what
know the
podcast
name.
she
Oh,
was
yeah.
on.
I forgot about that. I was too busy having a crush on her. And you
go
can leave
figure.
that
Me
in. I
too,
don't
and
even
think
care
Kat too.
anymore.
Yeah.
I think everybody's got a crush
There are
on
big crushes going around on Emma Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah. So cool.
I mean, do you have some stuffs prepared?
Some
Sure.
things. No, I just thought this would be like a shoot this shit type of situation.
No, I know that's not true.
I actually have a couple things that I need to ask you guys first.
Ooh,
I love this.
the table has turned.
Well, okay.
The
First
foot
of
is
all,
in the other
John.
shoe. Yes.
I keep meaning to ask you this. Do you know about the thing in Fortnite right now where those stupid shock grenades?
Oh yeah.
Do you know what happens if you chuck one at a vending machine?
I don't.
You
Does
get
it just
between
spit-
50 and 150 gold every single time, unlimited no matter what.
I did not know that.
So just so you know,
Uh-huh.
dude, like I got 1,200 in 5 minutes yesterday.
That's awesome. I'm capped out at 5Gs right now, so I can't
So am
get
I.
any more. Yep. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. So keep that in mind, Kat, next time you get on the Fortnite.
Uh-huh.
That's a great tip, Katie. I
Hot
think all of
gaming
our listeners at
tips.
home are writing that down.
Did
I
you know
bet
that if
so.
somebody drives by you in a vehicle and you throw one of those at it, it will disable the vehicle as well, so they cannot
No,
run
that's
from
smart though.
you. This has been Fortnite Tips with Katie and
You're
John.
welcome, everyone. No, I had this thought whenever Kat and I first talked about me being on here, and it was I have to come up with a fun fact that I think John won't know.
Ah,
There are lots, I'm sure.
I know, but but now I'm second guessing this one.
Uh-oh.
Do you know what color blood horseshoe crabs have?
Oh, I used to know this because I saw a piece on them where people are using them for some medical thing that they can use other things for that doesn't require the killing of
Did you listen? Did you
of
listen to
horseshoe crabs.
the podcast about that? Is that where you, or did you watch a program? Because I just listened to the podcast.
Was that? I'm not sure if I'm not sure where I saw it. It's
It was
in,
Radio Lab.
it was Radiolab, and I did hear about that, and I did know the color of the blood, and I don't remember it now.
It's blue, John.
Blue blood. All right. Well,
But
there
I
you
knew
go.
that before the podcast, so I don't know if that just makes me a little better than you. Whatever.
I guess it does.
Why
I
is
mean,
it blue, John? Tell me why it's blue.
Is it Well, is it not oxygenated? Because in humans,
False.
our blood in
You're already on the
our
wrong path.
oh wow,
Nice
okay, hit me. What's in it?
Shut-
Is
shut
there
Our
that
blood's
up.
cobalt
red
in it?
because
Like,
the oxygen carrying mechanism is heavy in iron, whereas theirs is heavy in copper.
so it's
Oh.
basically like verdigris blood, but
Yes.
bluish rather than greenish. Okay,
Yes.
nice.
Huh.
All right, Katie, are you bucking for my job here? What's going on?
Yes. No. God, no.
This is an interview.
That was
So
that's,
many-
that's all I've got.
So many interesting facts. Some Fortnite, some horseshoe crabs.
So many things that Kat cares about. Has a
So
vested
much.
interest in.
Why don't we make
I care about what you guys care about
okay?
Oh well,
because I care about you guys.
Fortnite and horseshoe crabs. There you go. Pretty much sums it up.
end list.
The name of the episode, I think.
Oh boy.
Wouldn't be
Well, I
surprised.
may give you a better name later. 'Cause
Oh, okay.
Oh boy.
I don't know what the next part is. What's the next part, you guys?
The
This
next
is where we
part.
segue.
Yeah, this is where we segue
so
very
quick.
gracefully into.
I understand you have some mistakes for us today.
I actually do.
Oh, that's so good.
It's funny
Thank
that
God.
you mentioned that.
Okay.
So like, I realized I didn't have any super long stories, but I did come up with categories,
Oh,
Okay.
and they are either you get to pick, but like I can overrule you if you
okay.
pick wrong.
I see.
There's terrible roommates. A lot of this
Okay.
stuff is just like I listened to the podcast and was like, oh, I have a good story about that.
Okay.
There's terrible roommates. There's dumb substance use,
Ah, very good.
or there is an Encyclopedia Britannica, like before even the computer software version, like the first edition worth of dumb medical shit.
Oh, that like stuff that.
Yeah, like dumb
injuries.
medical shit that I have caused or endured or ignored or yeah.
Okay.
Okay. What are you thinking, John?
I love a bad roommate story. They're like I don't know. It's a whole genre that we've had. We did do a themed
Yeah.
show about that one time.
We did. Those tickle me.
Yeah, yeah. So I definitely, if we're choosing from the poo poo platter here, that would be one that would get my vote. Kat, do you have a
Sure.
favorite that stood out?
I mean, I love substance abuse stories.
I mean, I love substance abuse
I love
stories.
Stories. I think we're winning anyway.
Yeah,
we go here.
You
Yeah.
both chose wrong. The answer is dumb medical shit.
Okay.
Um,
Well, You said they weren't that long, so I figured maybe we could get a couple.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
kind of my plan,
There
actually.
we go.
So I can tell you some just stupid roommate stuff because I have largely blocked a lot of that out. So
Okay.
it is a little bit shorter of a story. But so when I college was kind of a shit show for me. Um,
Hmm.
I originally started as a marine biology major, thus the horseshoe crab love, you guys.
There
Bring
we
it
go.
back.
Makes sense.
And the reason that I knew horseshoe crabs had blue blood is because I went to 2 summers worth of marine biology summer camp when I was in high school. That's
Hmm.
the
That
kind of
sounds
teenager I was.
that sounds awesome.
I
It
you
was.
I
Yes.
loved that kind of teenager when I was a teenager.
It
Yeah,
was fun.
It's very
that's
Um,
important to
rad.
emphasize when I was a teenager.
that's we all heard you, John. It's fine.
Okay, good, good.
Um,
It's dangerous out
that's fair.
there.
Anyways,
Yes.
so I started as marine biology, and then my like that was my plan from like sixth grade on, and I got into 2 schools for it. Um, One of them was out of state, and it was like $48,000 a year. My parents were like, no, and so
Yeah.
the
Word.
other one was Texas A&M in Galveston, which was where I had gone to summer camp, so I was really familiar with it and stuff. So it was like I was excited to go there, and then May of my senior year, it was April or May. I believe it was Hurricane Gustav or
Mm.
Ike. I don't remember which one. One of them hit the island of Galveston and destroyed it basically.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they weren't letting people on campus. Like they were busing them to College Station. And so there went my entire college plan.
Oof.
And by that point, it was too late to really apply anywhere else except a community college. And also, by that point, it was too late for me to be like, yeah, I'm okay living at home for another year with my parents, who I have prepared to move away from for the last year.
Hmm.
Um, Spoiler alert, I've lived back at home for the last 2.5 years, you guys.
Oh boy.
I don't recommend it.
Oh.
Um, anyway,
So then the school was just like gone.
it wasn't gone, but like the island was flooded. There was like a hotel that we'd stayed at. It was really cool. It was over the water, and it had these 2 giant like mermaid like friezes on like the length of the building
Wow.
and it was awesome. But the hurricane tore those walls apart. You could see into hotel rooms and stuff. There were
Sure.
like tampons on the beach, things like that.
Look, I used to
So
vacation in New Jersey. There were always tampons on the beach. It
that's
didn't
just part of the atmosphere there.
That's right.
But so I couldn't go there. And so I had to kind of
Ugh.
scramble to figure out what I was going to do for school. And since they were busing people to A&M in College Station, the main campus, we were like, okay, it's too late to apply there. I will apply to the community college there. And then they have like an automatic transfer in program after a year or two or something. And I'll just do like a general biology degree or something. So you guys are not from Texas. What is that like? Congratulations.
Pretty great.
But like you've heard of Texas A&M, yeah?
Yeah. Is that
I've
they
heard of it.
It's a cult.
Aggies?
Yeah, it's a cult.
Yeah.
It's a freaking cult. No hate to all my friends who went there, except for you're part of the cult. Um,
It's
I found out very quickly that I did not want to transfer there. But part of that was that I had to live in off-campus housing immediately across the street from A&M. But since I wasn't a student there, I couldn't actually like participate in anything. So I just got to like watch everything from the outside. And there's nothing in that town. It's a town built around a college. And it's already out in the middle of nowhere. So that was a really sucky year just for a multitude of reasons. But the main reason was my roommate.
Oh boy.
And her name was Caitlin, and she will never in a million years hear this. So it's totally fine to use her name.
You did not
Right.
serify her. That's fine.
No.
No.
The, so the way that our dorm thing was set up. It was really an apartment complex, but like it had RAs and stuff, and it was set up so like you shared a living room and a bathroom. You didn't have a kitchen, and you had two separate bedrooms, and they were like the size of a walk-in closet. Um, and So I guess I got there first or something, and then she gets there, and upon seeing me for the first time, she was 5'10", and
No.
she declared that
tall.
I was so cute because I was so short. Can I hug you? And I was like, I hate everything about this so far.
Wait, I have to ask, did she pick you up? Did your feet
No,
leave the floor?
thank God. That's reserved for special people, I guess. Just
Was
like,
she cute, Katie? Was
oh,
Caitlin cute?
God,
okay,
no.
just checking. I'm just checking.
No, and I was not out yet.
I see.
That would come one traumatic year later.
I see.
she she was a trip, dude. She was I don't even know how to she just was like I don't even really know how to begin to describe her. She was a nursing student, who's and like no shade on people who like have money, but like I have student loans. Her mom had saved up enough money for her to go to school and then do medical school afterwards.
Wow.
And
Well,
also
that's
like did
nice.
like private horseback riding lessons and all that kind of stuff too. So like very different school situations.
Yes.
And she did not seem to realize that. Um, she was, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what her deal was. I don't know what her freaking deal was. Um, so it was just like weird. She wasn't like mean or anything. She was just a weirdo. She was just so, and like, I'm a weirdo. I'm so weird.
We're all weirdos here. It's
Like,
yeah.
yeah, I, in addition to marine biology summer camp, my first concert was Celtic Woman, the PBS special.
Hey,
Like,
man, I would have gone to
that's,
that.
I missed school for that. Thanks, Dad.
Rock and roll.
Absolutely not. But that's not what I was into, so it's fine. So she just like, so we shared a bathroom, and she had this boyfriend. His name was John. And John was an okay guy, other than the fact that he smelled like cat pee. I don't know why he did. I don't, because he showered, like, and I know that he showered because they would shower together in our,
Yeah.
but no.
Hmm?
Their swimsuits, you guys. They'd shower together in their swimsuits.
Okay, are
Oh.
these folks religious? Are they
Not especially.
then why?
Perplexing, isn't it? I
It
don't know.
is.
There's a lot of that.
Fruits?
There's a lot of that going around.
Okay.
I would hear them talking about me in the shower with their
Oh, God.
swimsuits on.
This is not
Like,
okay. Nothing
like
about this is
I would
okay.
just be sitting there like, there's so many levels of what the fuck is happening going on here? Just
What
like
were they saying about you?
nothing bad either. Just like I just get brought up in conversation and like
Oh my God.
I don't know. I
Shower
was like,
conversation.
can you, I don't know, change the subject or something? Like, I don't care how much clothing there is in that shower. Like, don't talk about me while you're sudsing each other up.
Keep my name out your mouth.
Keep my name out of your mouth when you are chastity showering.
This is so weird.
Yeah.
I've heard of
Shower.
soaking, but this is a whole different meaning of soaking.
Yeah.
It's-
So that's like the most tame thing that they did. She did. He was actually an okay guy.
Okay.
He and I got along.
other than the cat pee.
And the cat
Cat
thing. So like we shared this bathroom, and for some reason I was really stoked when I moved off to college to like decorate a bathroom.
Hey,
I don't know why. I just was like,
Yeah.
cool.
It's your own space.
But
We
she'd
all-
already
we all
brought
declare-
a
Oh.
shower curtain.
oh,
And it was like, you know, that Quicksilver brand? It's like skateboarding or whatever.
Sure.
She had a Quicksilver shower curtain because she thought it looked cool. She'd never heard of Quicksilver before. It just said Quicksilver all over it in like graffiti style letters in red, gray, and black. And she just thought it looked nice. and had never heard of the brand before. And I was like, oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Wow. Okay.
Artistically interesting choice, but fine.
Hmm.
So then I was like, fine, whatever. The bathroom is hers. I don't care. She decided we needed a bath mat, and she goes out one day, comes back. She said, "Oh yeah, I'll get one." Um, Comes back with a not a bath mat. It was definitely like I can only liken it to like an all-weather mat that you'd put in your car.
Was it AstroTurf? I mean,
It was not, but it was
okay.
that really easy to clean, like there's
Thick
no
rubber.
yeah, rubber, exactly. It had a rubber
Okay.
bottom, and I was like, you're gonna put a rubber bottomed rug thing in a tiny bathroom.
Did it
And
say Toyota across it?
it might as well have. It was like this, it was like a dark, like heather navy color. So yeah, it was very much well,
Huh.
that. And I was like, I don't know if that's a bath mat necessarily. And she was like, oh, it is. It said. And I was like, who's it?
Mm.
But I was like, okay, we're clearly operating in different realities. And so I just like I let it go because I didn't care that much. But the
Yeah.
thing was, it didn't fit in our bathroom. It was too big. And it hung out the door 3 inches
Oh my
underneath the
God.
door.
Now I'm
Um,
trying to picture how big the bathroom is and
Very
how
small.
big the bath mat
Probably
is.
three
'Cause-
by five.
oh my goodness. Okay.
Damn.
Yeah, it was tiny. It was just like a toilet and a shower, and then we had our own
Yeah.
sinks in our rooms.
Hmm.
Oh.
So like honestly the setup didn't suck. It was just the roommate that sucked.
Right.
Sure.
And so like nothing she did was malicious. It was just like, why are you like this? There was a lot of why are you like this? One time, so like since I have been into marine biology like my entire life. I have always had fish. In fact, I just sold my last fish tank like a month
Hmm.
ago. Because I don't have space for it anymore. And also it's a lot
Mm.
of upkeep, you guys. But I had 5 of them at one point. Um,
Wow.
yes, that's a whole
Saltwater,
other topic.
freshwater.
Only freshwater because saltwater is so goddamn expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
But I did at one point during the pandemic, start catching sunfish in a drainage ditch behind my old house, and then I would put them in my tank and let them grow up big, and then I would let them go, and I created a very happy little world. It was fun. I got a 55-gallon tank. I'm going to talk about that for an hour if I don't go back on to work.
Okay. All right. All right.
Anyways, I had a
All right.
beta. I had a beta fish in a flower
Okay.
vase when I was
Uh-huh.
in the storm.
Cute.
And oh my God, so cute, right? It didn't live very long.
Ah,
Mm.
As Petco betas are wont to not do.
indeed.
Mm-hmm.
And it had just died like an hour before or something. And like I was in the middle of doing something else. And Caitlin and John are sitting on the couch, and I'm like cleaning the apartment. And she is in the same room as me. Like we're 5 feet apart. And she goes, I wonder when she's gonna take care of that fish. Like,
Whoa.
like, first of all, let me mourn.
Mm-hmm.
Second of all, I did not mourn that fish at all.
Give a gal some time for grief.
Just like,
Mhm.
I don't know, talk to me. I'm right here. We can have a conversation about it if you're
That's
bothered by it that much.
so
Um,
weird.
It's the
yeah,
most
she was
passive aggressive thing I've
exactly.
ever heard.
She was just a weirdo. She was just, and she will only get weirder the more I tell you. So she was into horseback riding, you guys. This is probably
Of
the
course she
weirdest
was.
thing she did.
Mhm.
Okay, I have loved many a horse girl. And by many, I mean one. Oh, yeah,
Oh.
horse girl. She was a horse girl. And like
Ah, yes.
some horse girls are really hot, and I don't care if you leave that in. And some of them are this roommate who had a portrait, like an Olin Mills portrait of her horse on our wall in the living room. And
Oh
it was
my.
like
Wow.
yay big. For those of you listening, I just gestured for about 24 inches tall. by I don't care how many inches wide because it was too big of a photo of this horse either way.
So you have this
a lot of
actual
horse.
size photo of the
Yeah,
horse.
It's a real size.
a life-size photo of this horse smelling some roses. And when she put this portrait up that she had professionally framed, she informed me that they were, don't worry, fake flowers because he's very particular about that kind of thing.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I remember that this horse's name was Tucker because Tucker was too prominent in our lives for a horse.
He
Came
never
up a
came to
lot.
visit, right?
Well, that's the thing is, so she had this boyfriend named John, who we
John,
have
who
mentioned.
smells like cat pee.
Sure.
Yes.
I'm paying
And
attention.
whenever
Sky.
she was fake mad at John, she would take the portrait of the horse off the wall and chase him around our living room with it.
What?
Yes. Sometimes I'd be
sounds
sitting on the
fucked.
couch while this happened.
This is like, what's the opposite of precious?
What is wrong with it?
Just like, what the fuck is wrong
Like-
with you?
Was she like talking for the horse, being like, "I'm gonna get you, John"?
Kinda, yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't know why he dated her, honestly.
Well, maybe he couldn't, his options were thin on the ground because of the cat pee smell.
Well, he's married now, and I helped him
Oh.
break up with her.
Oh,
Well, all
good for
right.
you.
That sounds like the story. You're burying the lead here.
Well, it's not that good of a story. It's just that
Oh,
he
okay.
called me a year later, and I was like, "Why are you calling me?" And he was like, "I tried to break up with her, and she said no." And I was like, "That's not how that works." But anyways,
Holy shit.
yeah.
Did the horse call him back and tell him, John, you're not
Oh,
breaking
John,
up with
we're
her?
gonna stay together.
She said no.
She said no.
Damn.
But anyway,
She's a
she
special lady.
She's really special. There was another really stupid fucking thing that she did where like she's a pediatric nurse now. I think I looked her up a couple years ago and that's where she wound up, which is terrifying because of the thing that I'm about to tell you.
Oh, boy.
So I didn't like we didn't have a kitchen. We had basically the living room came with this large entertainment center thing that was like 6 feet high. So on the back side of it, it came with like a microwave and a mini fridge. So that was like the extent of our kitchen or whatever.
Got it.
So it wasn't like we had a ton of groceries. It was like I had a can of Campbell's soup and I'd like heat it up in the microwave or whatever. And my mom, whenever I went off to college, she was like, "Oh my God, remember, have you ever seen like those, I'm sure you have, the like Disney would put out like those melamine like dishes of just like, yeah. So I had the Pocahontas ones growing
Okay.
up. And my mom was like, "Oh, you're taking these to school with you." And I was like, "Fine."
So you can paint with all the colors of the wind.
Fun fact, I had that song stuck in my head in an Australian accent the other night.
Oh,
And I couldn't
you
stop
give us-
saying, yeah, you got to
Give us a few bars. Can you give us a few bars?
No, I cannot. Anyway,
Or no.
oh, no.
no.
Oh, God, I love Australians.
We do too.
I know, and I love your Australians.
Pretty all right.
I live in Kitch. I love you. You'll never know me, but I love you. So I took my dishes with me, and it was like it was the only dishes I had. I had a plate, a bowl, and a spoon, and a knife and a fork. And so roommate, this was like the first week that we lived there, and I think I was on Zoom with my mom or something, and Kaylin like pops over and she's like, "Hey, I missed," because we had a cafeteria on the bottom floor of our dorm apartment thingy, and she was like, I missed dinner. Do you mind if I have one of your cans of soup?" And I was like, "Go for it, whatever," because that was back before like inflation happened as badly as it has, and a can of tomato soup cost 88 cents.
Right.
Yeah. Now I'll kill you
that?
over it.
And I was like, "Yeah, it's like $3.50. I bought some yesterday."
Insane.
I was like, "Yeah, sure, go for it." And so I'm talking to my mom, and I hear the microwave start, and like 2 minutes into it, suddenly it dawns on me. I'm like, "Mom, I'll be right back." And I have just recalled, I don't remember seeing any of her dishes. I don't like she didn't have anything over there on her side.
Is melamine microwave
Pocahontas
safe?
better not be in the microwave.
Uh-huh.
Oh no.
I got those for my 5th birthday, which was Pocahontas themed.
Oh, my
No.
goodness.
Sure enough, I
Oh,
go in
no.
there and she has just stopped the microwave because of don't worry, it gets
Fire?
worse because of sparking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you guys, she for some reason not only didn't use a spoon, which she used one of my forks,
No.
and she put that shit in the
What?
melamine bowl in the microwave.
Why?
That's a great
Wow.
question. I would like to remind you at this point that she is a pediatric nurse, so
This
she is
woman
taking care of people's children.
showered with her boyfriend while wearing a bathing suit.
Yeah.
Chased said same boyfriend around with a large life-size photo of her horse, who was smelling fake flowers because he's very particular.
He's very particular about that kind of
Tucker. It's Tucker you're talking
Tucker,
about.
It's
it's
call him
Has a
by his name.
John.
and then put a fork to eat soup,
Fork for which to eat soup.
in a melamine bowl that is clearly for investment purposes, because like the Franklin Mint, these things are made so that they will increase in value over time.
Investment.
Yes, I checked not 2 days ago. It's worth exactly. I'm just kidding. I didn't check.
Oh, I was about
I
to be
was
so
really
impressed.
excited.
I don't even know where it is
Wow.
at this point. I'm sure it's in storage or something. It was less the principle of the thing and then more of the principle of the how are you this stupid at 18?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like honestly,
How have you made it this far in life?
she must maybe all this money that you're talking about that she had meant that she never had to do anything for herself, and she'd never used a microwave before.
Never used a microwave.
What a fucking idiot.
Fucking idiot is fucking right.
Was the bowl ruined?
No. Thankfully,
Okay, good.
Pocahontas hung in there. She's faced worse.
survived.
You watched the movie. Did you watch
Listen,
the movie? Please tell
She's
me.
she's a survivor. I mean, I've probably seen it.
Oh
I
my
don't know.
God, Catherine.
I know how the story really ends. It's not a good movie.
No, it's not. But the Disney movie dignifies it and therefore makes it palatable. It is the lowest rated Disney princess movie, unfortunately. But it's rated number 1 in my heart.
There we
love
go.
Is it Tia Carrere that's Pocahontas?
No,
Who plays Pocahontas?
Leah Salonga.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, did Kat know a fact about Pocahontas that you didn't know, Katie?
No, she got it wrong.
got it
Oh,
wrong.
okay. Who was it?
Leah Salonga was at least the singing voice. No,
Oh, got it.
there's a I forget the name of the actress who played her, but I've seen her at various fan expos that I was attending for ERP reasons. Look it up, Catherine.
Somebody's going on the Internet Movie Database, I think.
Pocahontas.
Oh, is that like a members only thing?
It's just IMDb.
It is. It's a members only thing. Let's see here.
Irene Bedard.
19
That's who it is.
1995.
Irene Bedard.
Ah,
I mean, Bedard. Never heard of her.
me neither.
She's a Native
Sure,
American
she's
actress.
lovely. Okay, so what's really weird
She was actually arrested for public intoxication several times.
Oh,
when you really? Oh no.
Yeah, but like that's a whole other thing that is very
So when
sad,
you-
and she's recovered since then. So good for her.
good for her.
Good for her. When you Google Pocahontas, and no reference to the movie, just this woman's name, the Disney image definitely comes up.
Yeah, it
Right.
does.
And then it takes you to Wikipedia, which is not about the movie. So the only picture they represent this woman with is a fucking cartoon.
Irene Bedard. Google her. There you go.
Adding insult to injury. Okay. Well, that was good. Thank you for that little Pocahontas fact. Why did I think it was Tia Carrere?
Don't know.
Oh, was she in Lilo and Stitch? Maybe was she the older sister in Lilo and Stitch?
I don't know.
matter.
I'm not a Disney
We should
princess
move-
person. I'm a Pocahontas and Mulan end list person.
I'm going to Paul this between y'all. I have no idea. The only thing Disney that is interesting from my point of view, I once owned the clamshell version of The Little Mermaid that had all of the penis spires on the castle.
Very good.
Don't know what happened to it, but I did have
funny.
that at one time.
That's awesome.
Lilo and Stitch. I've solved it.
There
She
you
was
go.
in Lilo
Well,
and Stitch.
congratulations. I'm glad you've
Thank you.
achieved something this hour.
I feel that's it.
Damn.
I feel better now.
So the bowl survived, the fork survived, the microwave survived. But why is she eating soup with a fork? I mean, like, come
That's a
on,
great
like
question.
this is
I don't
basic
know.
shit here.
I don't remember what happened after that. I don't even remember really a conversation. I just remember looking at
Blacked
her
out.
and she kind of gave me like the sheepish, like, look. And I just remember going back onto that Zoom call with my mom and being like, I think I'm living with an idiot.
I think the best thing if you could have turned to the picture of Tucker and said, "Why doesn't she know how to use a microwave?"
Well, Tucker wasn't with us at that point. He
No.
came in a couple weeks later.
I got you. I'm just saying, talk about her to someone else.
That's a
in
good
the
point.
room.
That's a good point. Yeah, I should have talked to that fish about her, honestly.
There you go. The dead fish.
Exactly.
Okay. She did plenty of other weird stuff, but the other just most god awful annoying thing that she did. Actually, no. Okay, there's two more things. John,
okay.
you're a romantic. I too am also a ridiculous romantic.
I believe it.
Therefore, I love the movie Titanic. I don't care what anybody says.
Yep,
Fantastic
yep,
piece of cinematography, and I will watch it over and over again. And I don't even like movies that much because I have ADHD. But I will watch Titanic.
Okay.
I did like my scene. I did a whole project on it my senior year of high school, and I don't know why my teacher let me do that, but thank Miss Porter. So I was
Shout out to Miss Porter.
shout out Miss Porter. Don't know where she is these days. Anyway, I had a really cool world history professor my freshman year of college, and he would let us once per semester put together a like a model of it had to be a certain scale, but like either a historical, like a war vehicle, or something of historical importance. I asked if I could do the Titanic, and he said, "Yeah, sure."
Did you make it
And
out of popsicle sticks?
no, like you had to
Oh,
buy
okay.
the kit, and it had to be
Oh.
accurate, and like he would
That's
grade you. He was an
Cool.
awesome professor, and he would
That's
give you between 1 and 5 points on your, I think it was your final grade for the semester, based on how well you did. And like how accurately and like your workmanship and all that stuff. So like you had to actually try.
Yeah.
I would love
I
to
made
be
it
cool.
putting a model together for credit,
Yeah.
right?
I love that.
Yes, I did a German howitzer the first time.
Nice.
And then I took him
Sweet.
again and did the Titanic.
Amazing. Very uplifting.
He was a great dude. Anyway, I was building the Titanic while watching the Titanic because, like, why not? And
The hubris. The hubris.
hubris of these people. Good God. Also,
So-
I got my hair cut today. Do you like this Jack
looks
Dawson,
great.
Leonardo DiCaprio thing I've got going on?
Is that what you tell them? Give me the Jack Dawson.
No, I tell them, give me the lady, Ashlyn Harris, the person that I gave you all the pictures of. And you said, I want to get your hair cut. And then I said, here's some references. And then you have not gotten your hair cut.
It's coming soon.
Congratulations.
Nice.
Thank you.
It's basically the same thing at this point anyway. Whatever.
Yeah. It looks good though. I
You
like it a
gotta
lot.
further over. It looked nice during your mom's memorial, by the
Oh,
way.
thank you.
I
I
did
appreciate
notice
that.
that when you got up to talk. I was like, she did a good job with her hair today.
For sure.
Well, I was growing it out because I want to do I'm just gonna call it the Katie Dickerson. I wanted to do the Katie Dickerson. So I was growing it out because it's it's a little too high.
It's a little
this line's
too-
a little
yeah,
too
yeah.
high. Yeah, I
Need,
get a little
like-
too excited.
A little more on the side.
Yeah, yeah. See, even John's got his is the right side, the
Well,
correct.
We all essentially have the same haircut here.
We
kinda
really do.
I
And
love
so
that
kinda-
for us.
I
do
was
too.
getting I was getting shaggy, and then I was like, well, I don't look shaggy for my mom's memorial, and I can't experiment with a new haircut right before my mom's memorial.
That's
So
fair.
I'm like, all right, give me the Cat Crimmins, and then I'll go and try the Katie Dickerson.
the
next time.
cat critters.
But isn't the Cat Crimmins really just the John Fitzgerald? Didn't we
is.
establish that at some point?
And
Okay.
isn't the John Fitzgerald just the middle-aged lesbian?
Pretty much. I mean, plus a beard, you know. So,
Well, I mean, it depends.
well, true.
So you're building the Titanic.
Oh yeah,
Right. While
that whole
watching the
thing we were
Titanic.
talking about, that plot line that we had going. Sorry, Anne. I was building the Titanic, watching the Titanic, and she decides to come out of her room and sit in the living room with me and watch the Titanic also as well. That's fine, whatever. We didn't spend a lot of time together, and this didn't involve talking because she was studying, and also I was building this thing, and also we were watching this movie. And then she turns around at some point to me and goes, "Isn't this movie just such an interesting example of altruism?" And I looked her in the eye and I said, "Absolutely nothing." Because shut up. Because
There's
no, just stop talking. Just please keep your strange words and your weird soup forks to yourself. And your dumb horse portraits and your your boyfriend's fine. He's fine, whatever. But
except for the cat pee.
except for the cat pee.
I'm holding on to that detail.
Well, that's fine.
I'm racking my brain trying to think of the closest thing to altruism that occurs in Titanic, and it may be
It's Jack.
It's Jack at the end.
Yeah, exactly. And we weren't at the end yet. So I was like, to what are you referring?
Because the rest of it's all classism.
Classism. And then, like, there absolutely was room on that fucking door, Kate Winslet. And I will not hear any other arguments.
I was going to ask you because as a big fan, I'm like, okay, you definitely have a take on
100%.
whether there was room.
And, like, people have tried to argue it. And I'm like, it's not as if she was fully on that door. She
Right.
was also partially in the water. So, like, I don't know. I think it's a weak.
Never would have worked. He
weak
never would have made it
argument.
on top. It would have tipped over. She would have fallen off. It would have been a whole shit show.
Catherine,
Never would have worked.
I would like
Oh,
you
boy.
to cease speaking.
Hey, from now on, can we call it a horse trit? Like instead of a portrait, it's a horse trait.
horse trit?
Horse trit.
A horse
trit.
trip.
I've been working on that for a couple months.
It's a little clunky. I don't
I'm
know.
really
Yeah,
proud
I'll
of you,
keep
but
working
you're
on
not. I mean, maybe you're not at your best right now. So, like,
I'll
yeah,
keep working
we'll
on
give
it.
you, we'll give you that one.
Thank you so much.
No, so like the last weird thing that she did is that's a lie. There was so many other weird things. But like, so one day she comes back she lived in Houston, whereas I live in Dallas. So it was about an hour drive for her. So she could just go home for a day if she wanted to. And it's about 4 hours for me. So she goes home for the day, comes back and has this like fur rug and puts it in the living room. And I mean, it was weird, but I didn't care. I was like, that's fine, whatever. It did look a lot like my best friend's dog.
Oh no!
No.
So I texted her and I was like, how's Cody doing? Because
Oh,
this is messed up and it's bothering me. And so the thing was, this rug would shed like a lot. Like there would be fur on the couch or like on my clothes and stuff. I'm like, this is bothering. Oh my God, it's light there.
Oh yeah.
Ugh, it's been dark for like 2 hours.
Yes. As a matter of fact, Ron Bunny is chasing his dog around my yard, and I was
I
trying.
thought I saw
trying
Polly
to,
out
yeah,
there.
trying to show you, but
so cute.
didn't work out.
I forgot what I was talking about.
So you got this
'Cause I
fur
totally
all,
just-
Thanks,
all
guys.
of your clothes.
Fur.
Count on you. Yeah, so the
Shedding.
rug is shedded everywhere. And that bothers me because like my dog sheds and that bothers me. This thing isn't even alive or cuddly and it's shedding. And so one day I assumed it looked like a wolf or something. And so finally one day I asked her and I was like, what kind of fur is that? And oh, it's Finnish reindeer.
Okay.
I was like, okay. Why do you have that? Why is that here? Why do I now have that? Why is your Finnish reindeer shedding all over? And like, I think I actually said something because she did wind up taking it into her room. And I wish that she would have done that with the horstrit. I almost called it a portrait by mistake.
Thank you.
I mean, she was just weird, okay?
Yeah. No, I mean you've definitely built the case that she
She's
was kind of a
just like, it
weirdo.
started, honestly, the first thing that happened was Pocahontas. I got out of order, and it all was downhill
okay.
from there. She was just,
Classic.
no, not a classic.
Not a classic. No.
Not at
right,
all.
fair. But I was trying. This is again. I'm workshopping something. That was the end of the rug. It was finished. No.
I see what you did there.
Uh-huh.
And it was a little bit funnier than horstrit. I'm not gonna lie.
How dare you?
All right.
Sorry.
I'm just.
I gotta give credit where credit's due.
I just did a
fine.
virtual.
To be fair, all of
victory
my
lap.
emails have picked on John and said, "Cat, no notes, perfect, 10 out of 10."
It's true.
That's true.
I like the live action dog pile on cat though. That's good.
It's perfect.
Perfect.
So listen, here's what's going to happen.
What?
Because this was the topic you didn't want to talk about.
Uh-huh.
We have time for maybe one other story.
Okay, I can do this rapidly.
Were we going to transition into like a medical story or a drug story?
Yeah,
Okay.
not a drug story because those are too embarrassing.
Well, then why would you give that as an
That's
option?
the good stuff.
Well, because there was one that I was willing to maybe kind of sort of talk about, but
Okay.
like,
Well, I was going to say we'd love to have you back.
Oh,
and maybe next time
want to
you
be
come
friends? Is that what you're saying?
on. Yeah, it's just awkward to do this in front of John. but
Is
yeah,
it
can we
okay
be
if I
friends?
text you incessantly?
Is this and this is going to get very junior high, a lesbi friends moment?
Yes.
Okay, good.
So yeah, give us a good story, but you're gonna come back and you're gonna tell us. I feel like there's a lot more mistakes that you could talk about in your
fair.
life.
That's fair. Okay. So
He is yet young.
And by the way, before you get on to that, what happened to the marine biology? Why did you? Why did that go away?
well, there was a hurricane as it happened. No, because so the hurricane kind of like threw off the going to school at a marine biology school
Got it.
place. And then once I got set on like, oh, I'll just do general biology, I failed like 2 or 3 math classes and also hated College Station. I was like, I'm not going to school here. And then my parents were like, you've always been really creative. Why don't you do art? And I was like, okay. And
I think you're
then-
the first person I've ever heard of whose
Exactly.
parents pushed them
Exactly.
into
I
art.
know.
Incredible.
Yeah, so I have an
They
art
sound
degree.
lovely.
That's a
Your parents
whole
sound
other
Very cool.
story.
All right. Well, now I know.
Now you know.
Do-do-do-do.
You know what? We're gonna save the medical crap for the next time I come back because that could be a whole episode. I have
Okay.
one other roommate
I have no.
that I'll tell you about.
All
Her name
right.
is
Let's hear it.
Eliza. She will also never listen to this. She was a much nicer person. So
Okay.
Okay.
there's a series of mistakes that led to that one. Step 1 was move in with your first girlfriend ever, Katie. And also 2 other people. So it was
How
That's
long
like
have you-
working through your relationship with 2 randoms.
Oh,
well,
this is
so
great.
it was my 2 best friends. Like the 4 of us were like best
Oh,
friends.
okay.
Except it turned out it was really just the 3 of us were like best friends, and my girlfriend was a psycho bitch.
Oh,
boy.
yikes.
Oh, boy.
Oh, like the
How long-
the kind of psycho where her mother apologized to me later, and like her mom didn't even really care for me that much, but she told me, "I'm so sorry. I lived with her for 21 years. I know what it's like."
Wow.
Oh God. How long had you been dating before you guys moved in together?
Probably a year.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. I'm shocked.
Well, I'd only been out for like, I don't know, 5 of those months, perhaps.
I gotcha.
I don't
Okay.
Anyways,
a
it was
secret
more of like I
girlfriend.
wanted to live with my friends, and I did not care so much. It was just like it was convenient because it was one of those like
gotcha.
rent by the room things that they do
Cool.
in college towns. So it was a 4-bedroom apartment.
I gotcha.
Each of us had a room, and we were all responsible for our own rent. Um, and so we were dating for the first 3 or 4 months of living there. And then I finally was like, I broke up with her because, I mean, it was bad.
Did she say no?
Oh, she tried. Um,
Did she chase you around the apartment with a horse portrait?
she
A,
did
a
force
horse
herself into my
trit, if you
room a
will?
few
Oh
times.
dear.
Yeah, to
Really?
argue with. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I was
no.
later told, you know that was an emotionally abusive relationship, right? And I was like, oh, I was busy being in the closet and terrified. That kind of thing.
Wait,
Katie, I'm
literally?
sorry.
Well, part of the time I
You
did
were-
have
you
like
were
a
hiding
really
from her?
nice closet with like a sliding like mirrored door. So sometimes, yes.
Okay.
Oh, goodness.
But yeah, no, she was genuinely awful. And she's actually the one, I don't know if you saw a very stupid tweet the other day where I said I was looking up psychiatrist and my crazy first girlfriend came up. That's her.
Oh
Um,
dear.
yeah. I'm not seeing her as my therapist.
That's good, I
Yeah.
think.
So she and I were dating for, I don't know, like there's 3 or 4 months, and then I broke up with her. But then we were locked into these leases, and
Living with your ex. Oh, what could be
Mhm.
better?
And then also was kind of into my one of my other roommates slash best friend. Um, and it was complicated and stupid and very gay. Now that I say all that out loud.
Very gay.
I wound up dating that roommate for 4 years.
Oh boy.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, she was
Wow.
nice. So long story short, she eventually got so, I mean, she was the kind of crazy where we lived on the first floor, and at one point I hear something against my window, and I open the blinds, and she's like 20 feet away from my window on her bike and has tossed a rock at my window to get my attention so that she can then make a face and then ride away on her bike angrily.
This is very performative.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yep. Yes, which is one of my least favorite qualities in a person, as a matter of fact. So she was just all kinds of wacky. And so she moved out, finally when her parents came and got her. And we had this girl named Eliza move in, and she was very nice,
Okay.
but also very weird. And um, she really was like a really, like if we weren't roommates, we might have, I mean, like we would have gotten along fine. And I never had an issue with her. It was more one of my other roommates was a lot more standoffish, and I had to like be the middleman a lot, which was annoying. But so I shared a bathroom with her, and there were multiple instances of I would go into the bathroom and there would be like bodily substances.
Ew.
What?
Yes, that needed to be cleaned up. Different kinds. There was a
where?
variety. Um,
Cleaned up on like what do you give us
like
an
in the
example?
shower or like
Okay.
on the toilet seat or just like I came back from Christmas break and our toilet seat had mold on it, and I don't understand how that happened, but it wasn't my fault. I'm gonna tell you that right now, because that didn't happen until after she moved in.
She has a moldy butt. That's what's up.
Yes.
She was emitting spores from her butt onto your
Oh,
toilet.
she was
No.
spore butt.
Yep, spore butt.
Oh no.
That could be the name of the episode.
No,
It
please.
could be
No,
so many
please.
options.
Spore butt
Yikes.
with Katie.
Spore butt.
No, because then I don't have a spore butt. Jesus Christ.
How do we know that?
Katie Dickerson is spore butt.
Nope. She's not.
No, she's
Canceled.
not. Okay.
But it was like that. And then like one time, so she really liked to cook a lot. And there was
I'm sorry, I can't get over this bodily fluid thing in the shower.
yeah, girl.
like what was in the shower?
I think I know.
There's a couple of. I mean,
Could be a couple.
I'm going. My mind is giving me some options here.
Well, like one time I think she shaved her legs after not shaving her legs for a very long time and then just like left all that all over the shower.
So it was just a
And
shag carpet in the bottom of the
Chewbacca.
basically,
yeah.
yes. One time there was blood in the shower. One time, yeah, it was just why is this happening to me? And like
So rude and disgusting.
and it was like she didn't realize it or something. I don't know. Because it would eventually get cleaned. Not by me, but like I don't know. I don't
So
know.
she would take care of it. Did you ever talk to the fish and say when's she gonna take care
Oh,
of
the fish
the
did. Oh,
shower?
actually, I had a whole fish tank at this point. This was
Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
sweet.
I had 20 gallon. Um, and no, I didn't even know how to bring it up with her. Um, she also really liked to cook, but the thing was so like there I feel like there are two different kinds of messy people, and there's like cluttery, and then there's like germy, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can be cluttery,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. She was the germy, we're like would like cook with raw meat and then like not clean it up very well, or like stuff like that.
What is wrong with people?
So much.
No,
But this
one
is the thing.
time
My
she
theory is that
made.
everybody. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you go ahead,
Okay.
because
My theory is that everybody is weird. Like everybody's weird, but you really only know how weird someone is if you share a living space with them and you see them. Because most people, they know, okay, this thing that I do is kind of weird, so I won't do it in front of other people. But if I'm in my home, I'm gonna do it.
Right.
Yeah.
she would like, for some reason she really liked to make chicken tikka masala, and multiple times afterwards there'd be tomato sauce on the ceiling in the kitchen. Like, how did that get there?
Oh no.
How did you miss that? I don't understand the physics of your cooking.
You're not
Flip
really
it.
supposed to. That's not the kind of meal that you flip.
No, it's not. Exactly. Like,
It's
I
not
had
flapjacks.
questions and I would like answers, and I never got them. And this was a long time ago, and I am still curious.
I mean, we can get her on. Should we get her on?
No. No.
Aliza is not available for
I
booking.
don't think so.
No? Okay.
There was this cat we kind of like semi-adopted him. His name was
Aw.
ZZ. It was short for Diseasy.
Oh no.
Because this dude would constantly come to our door. Like we weren't allowed to have pets, but he kind of like roamed around the complex, the apartment complex, and he always had like wounds on his paws from like fighting other male cats and stuff.
Oh wow.
But he was really sweet. We didn't pet him or anything because he was gross.
Right.
But
Sure.
we would feed him a lot. So we'd leave food out for him. And it was the thing, like even my roommate who's obsessed with cats agreed, we will not pet him. We just feed him and let him be.
Okay.
And he'd like follow me home from class sometimes and like wait outside the door for me to feed him and stuff. He was a really sweet cat. He was just
Very cute.
rough around the edges.
Yeah.
And then one day, like, we hear some screaming that only a cat can commit. And then
No.
it's getting louder, and it's because Aliza has decided that she needs to pick him up and then bring him into the apartment.
Oh no, on both
He
counts.
definitely has fleas.
Oh God.
And he definitely gotten into a fight the night before, and it was like angry looking on his paws and stuff. And he is visibly pissed that she is holding him. And we're like, why are you in this apartment with that cat?
With diseasy top.
With this, exactly, we would call him ZZ Top sometimes.
Oh.
And so I think she wound up taking him to the vet or something, but like she was just unbothered by this angry, very unhealthy cat just like chilling in her arms. We're like, the second that thing scratches you, you're gonna get, I don't know, the plague,
Yeah, something.
Lots of stuff.
something. So that was weird. But with her, by far, the weirdest thing was the Nutella. She had an obsession with Nutella.
I understand her completely.
I'm
Well, I
okay
mean,
with
yeah,
it.
we all do. But the thing is, we had a full kitchen, a living room, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms.
Okay.
And I guess her mom like she went home for a weekend and her mom bought her a thing of Nutella. It was like the really huge container of it.
The
Yeah,
bucket
like
o Nutella.
comically big. Yeah.
Hilariously big.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Um, but we kept
No judgment there.
no, not at all. Like, cool. That's an economically sound decision. If you're gonna eat that much Nutella, you might as well
Hell
buy
yeah.
it in bulk. But like we kept finding it places,
Wow.
places of prominence.
What does that mean?
On display is what that means.
Remember the bathroom when there was stuff
Oh,
on the
no.
things? Sounds like there was Nutella on other things.
Thankfully, no.
Oh, okay.
No, the unopened container of Nutella
Oh.
would just like appear
Oh.
like one of us would clean the kitchen and then that evening it would just be sitting still sealed on the counter or on top of the fridge with nothing else around it or
Yeah.
just on the middle of like we had like a bar area smack in the middle of it and it kept so like one of us would put it away and then the next thing you know it would be back. We're like, what the fuck is she doing? Like it's not even like she's using it. It's still got the plastic seal on it. And so finally I texted her one day and I was like, and I was really diplomatic about it. And I was like, hey, I just want to know, like, what I was cleaning the kitchen. Is there someplace I can put your Nutella? Because I noticed it was out or whatever. And she said something to the effect of, oh, I like to leave it out on the counter. I like to look at it. And I like that's for reals what she said. And I was like, oh, okay, intriguing. Um, okay.
I have a question, if I
Yes,
may, about how long was this Nutella in your domicile without being opened and yet being found all kinds of different places?
a month.
So I feel like she's practicing some kind of like detachment Buddhism where it's like I'm going to tempt myself with the Nutella, but then I'm gonna not break the seal.
That's a good point. Um,
I just like to look at it.
I
That's
just,
bizarre.
yeah, she said, I just
That's
like
not
to
what
look at
Nutella's
it.
for.
I was like, well, that's a strange answer, but okay. And so she I mean, she just straight up said, like, I like to look at it. And I was like, okay. And I didn't quite know what to say to that. And she said, my mom bought it for me. And I was like, okay.
It has sentimental
Cool.
value.
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Yep.
Oh boy.
She liked to look at it because it made her think of her mom. And we all love our moms here and understand the sentimentality with our moms, but like her mom was very much an hour away and able to pick up a phone and say, hey, what's up? And I even met her a couple times. And for some reason, she needed this monument of Nutella to commemorate her mom.
Did her mom look like a jar of Nutella?
Now that you mention it,
I'm grasping at straws here.
and I think she knew how strange it was because I didn't even really have to say anything. I was just like, oh, okay. And then she said, I can put it in my room, like without me even prompting. And I was like,
Like,
that's
yeah.
probably a good
Yeah.
idea.
I'll move it.
And as far as I know, she never actually opened it.
What?
I don't
the
understand.
fuck?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It reminded her of her mom, who she
mean,
saw all the time.
Get a photo. I don't know. There's an idea.
For reals, you have a camera phone. I legitimately
pic.
I don't know.
She was just so proud of it.
She
She's
was
like,
so proud of it. It was such a
have-
deliberate thing.
Yeah.
She kept putting it
The totemic Nutella.
very totemic.
Was there any? Did you think that maybe she was just fucking with you guys?
I
And
thought
was
so at one point, but I realized very quickly she was not.
She's not that cool.
No,
Right.
definitely not.
Not that fucking with people is cool, but yeah.
Can be.
Sometimes it can be like if they
Sometimes.
passive aggressive and talk about Titanic like a moron and chase their boyfriends around in a horse portrait.
I mean, for example.
It's just if we were to spitball ideas. I don't know.
Oh, well, that is awesome.
I hate Nutella.
Now I just want Nutella.
I do too.
I actually really do too. I thought about it. Is it too late to go buy some? But
I was thinking if I had like a bucket of
too late.
Nutella, what wouldn't I dip in the Nutella?
celery wouldn't be very. I mean, it would be fine.
Celery would be good.
I'd try it.
You got to remember,
Actually,
we're pineapple on pizza people around here. So.
That's true.
We are.
I worked at. Do you guys have Jamba Juice there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Katie.
Okay. Well, I don't
It's
know.
not that exotic.
Okay. Well, you've never had Sonic Ice, Catherine. That was actually going to be my requirement. When I asked you that yesterday, if I could make a
funny.
requirement, I was going to tell you that you had to go get some. But then I was like, if you don't like it, then it's not worth driving to go get it.
There's a Sonic in Anaheim. We could do that.
It will.
We could, but
But if you
so
don't
far.
care about ice, like, then it's stupid. But like, it's the I have some right here.
There
Uh-huh.
it is.
Just really like to chew on it.
It used to kill me because they would put commercials for Sonic on TV all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, it's 60 miles away and it's through
Yeah.
LA traffic if you ever want to go there. So it's
Yikes.
just.
It's
teasing.
literally down the street from me.
Yep. Yep.
I am completely addicted to their ice. One time I ordered some and the guy brought it to me and goes, "Is this like an anemia thing?" And I was like, As a matter of fact, yes, but none of your business. Give me my ice."
An anemia thing?
Oh
Like,
my
is there
God, is this
iron in
another
the-
thing John didn't know?
It's number 2.
Hell yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
tell me.
If you are
All blood related. Interesting.
anemia, that's weird because I don't even like blood that much. It grosses me out. Yeah, if you are anemic, often a lot of people will find out because they suddenly start craving ice.
Oh, okay.
And there's multiple, like it's a medical thing. Like you can look it up and there's multiple theories about like why that is. It's very inconclusive, but yeah, it was 100% anemia thing. I went and got
rumor-
my blood work done and they were like, "You need to start iron yesterday." And
Yeah.
okay.
The rumor used to be that if you chewed ice, it meant you were sexually frustrated. And I
Well,
just
I mean, maybe
assumed,
there's that too. I don't know.
I just assume 98% of the people in the world are sexually frustrated. It's,
Probably.
who's
That's
actually
fair.
getting the exact right amount of
No
exactly
one.
what they want, right? Yeah. Nope. Nobody.
Nobody.
On
I
that,
do have my Sonic ice.
you do have your Sonic Ice. Well, there you go. That's a valid replacement.
Yep.
Yeah. So I think at this point I should ask you what the addition to the sign off is that you are going to request and most likely be granted. I'll just let you know up front so you're not nervous.
Oh, it's just other it's 3 other politicians.
Oh,
Great.
okay. I mean, only 3?
Well, 3 specific to my state.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna guess we should fuck Abbott,
Yep.
and fuck Ted Cruz.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, that's a good one.
Those are the 2 from your state. Are we looking at 3 or 2?
Paxton.
I don't even know Paxton. That's
Bill
bad.
Paxton?
Yes. No, let me Google his exact
And we
name.
love him anyway. So
The zombie of Bill Paxton.
Ken Paxton is our
Ken.
Attorney General, and he is a piece of human garbage and has been under investigation since he took office.
oh,
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
He's
That's the
like
guy.
in trial right now.
Amazing.
Yeah. So
Piece of shit.
like
Yeah.
the biggest like if I had to just pick one, it'd be fuck Ted Cruz because like fuck Ted Cruz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That man
The
looks like
Cancun thing was that
Yes.
was the real
yes.
like yeah. Mm-hmm.
I moved home a month before that happened. That was miserable.
People froze to death.
Literally-
in Texas.
200 plus people froze to death in Texas
Unreal.
He got on a plane and went to Cancun.
and went to Cancun. And then like joked about it later because he's a stand-up guy.
Yeah, he's good. Good dude.
Yeah, not.
No.
I hate that man. Oh my God.
I try not to hate, but there are definitely people who I feel like
I do
would be
too.
better off
I
without.
feel similarly because my mom always told us you can't say hate. You can say I strongly dislike. So I'd be like 6 years old and be like, I strongly dislike.
Uh-huh.
No, I hate Ted Cruz, Mom. Sorry. And
I
Greg
do
Abbott.
reserve that for Pence.
Yeah. Well,
Pence has that.
and Pence too. Well, I don't have the personal relationship like you do.
I mean, I've never met the man.
Yeah, but you're both
Not really.
Indianers.
I mean,
You're both Hoosiers.
I was born in Chicago, and
Oh.
then lived in Pennsylvania from the time I was 2 until I was 10. Way too much biographical information here. And then didn't move to Indiana until I was 10, and lived
But
there
until when?
until 1996.
Okay,
which
how
would-
old were you?
That was from 1980 to 1996. It was 16 years.
Okay, well then I would say that you're from Indiana.
I know, I do too. I say I'm a Hoosier.
All
But-
right then. So the point stands.
And that's why
You have a
Hoosier-
deep, intimate relationship with Michael Pence.
if only. If I had that kind of access, nobody would have to worry about it anymore. I didn't say that.
No, you
I mean, in Minecraft, if we were in Minecraft,
Yeah, of
that
course.
would happen.
Yeah.
in Minecraft.
That's it. Yeah. You don't know about the in Minecraft? The way
Actually,
that if
I've
you
never played Minecraft.
well, that's okay. It actually has nothing to do with Minecraft, but there's a thing where if you say something and it sounds like you're threatening someone, then you add in Minecraft, then it's okay. And it's yeah, that's a Robert Evans behind the bastards crack.com kind of
That's
yep.
funny. Oh my
Yep.
God. Crack.com. I tried to pitch them stories when I was in college.
Oh yeah.
I loved that website.
It was great, and they fired all of the best people, and now, but now they're doing stuff. They're all doing like you got Cody Johnston and I think that's Sophie. Actually I don't. Yeah, Cody Johnson does some more news. Robert Evans does Behind the Bastards, and those were people who used to write stuff for Crack.com.
More things that Kat knows about and is interested in. I love this for
I'm
you.
like looking at my hair.
And Robert Evans is from Texas as well.
Well, I don't
Another
really
great Texan, just
want-
like Katie
I
Just
know.
like Katie Dickerson.
No. I have a question.
Yes.
I actually have another question.
Oh boy.
I don't even remember what episode this was on, but like I realized that you people live in California.
People.
And this is more for Kat and less for actually it's entirely for Kat, not for John, because like
Fair.
yeah. Catherine, do you know
Yes, Catherine.
what do you John, I assume that you know the answer to this. So Kat,
Oh,
do
here we
you
go.
since you don't experience weather over there in
Oh, okay.
in non-lightning land, God, that's such a
Yeah.
bummer.
It is.
One of my best friends actually lives in Sacramento and
Sacktown.
actually Davis. So, but yes. So did not know this until I told them. And they were 31 when I told them this. Do you know what color the sky turns when there's going to be a tornado?
Green.
You win. They did not believe me, and I had to send pictures of the sky out. Then they were like, "Oh, that doesn't look right.
Yeah.
That's
Is that
terrifying.
real? Is that happening?" I was like, "Yeah, it's like go outside and check out the sky in Texas. I don't know what your problem is."
It makes everything look like you're in an uncleaned aquarium that just has algae.
That,
Yeah.
or it's like similar to whenever the eclipse happened, and everything just has like a weird
Hue.
vibe to it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Weather facts with Kat.
And
I
Katie.
love weather. Before I wanted to be a marine biologist, I briefly wanted to be a meteorologist. And then I got an art degree, everyone.
Makes sense.
Now, Kat, how proud are you that you did know the answer to that question?
I'm more relieved than
Okay.
anything.
I'm
Fair.
honestly impressed because most people actually don't know that. Have you ever seen
Katie.
grapefruit-sized hail?
You'll know that I'm not like most people. Only on TV.
That happened here a couple of years ago.
I've seen
It-
softball size, and it depends on how big your grapefruit are. Because
It was well, it was actually small cantaloupe sized. And
wow.
it didn't happen here, but the
jeez.
next town over, family friend, like all of their cars were just like they posted pictures on Facebook and it like literally this big. It was
Yeah.
terrifying.
That's insane.
the auto glass replacement stores were like
Oh, yeah.
over
Oh,
the
yeah.
moon. We're gonna, this is
yeah.
making our Q3.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh God. Q3.
All right.
You know what?
know.
I wish that everyone would get on the same queue because I have to write about stuff like that for work. And
Yeah.
it really drives me nuts when somebody has just finished the first quarter and over here they're at the end of Q3. And I'm like, can we all get in sync,
Of their
please?
fiscal year, yeah,
Yes.
whether it's June or whatever. Yep. Yep.
That's annoying.
Drives me insane.
Business people are not cool. That's what's up.
Yeah, business
That's what's
people
up.
are not cool.
They're not cool. Not
So
like us
not
artist types.
Cool.
They're like us artists, like Celtic woman, marine biology summer camp kind of
Celtic
people.
woman, hear me roar.
See, it's
Yeah.
funny. Your first concert was Celtic Woman. I'm thinking if you were closer to my age, it would have definitely been Lilith Fair.
Oh, no shit.
Back in the day. But yeah, I'm going to grant now, Kat. We should actually have a little meeting on this. Do you
Sure.
agree we
Should we
can
have a
add
meeting?
Abbott,
Sidebar?
Paxton, and Cruz to our fuck them list for today
agree.
only? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
We will grant this waiver.
Yep. Love it.
Motion passes. Thank you.
Motion
pass.
carried. Bam.
Yes.
Bam. All right. Well then. All right. Do you want to lead us off, and we will follow your lead?
I would
Katie?
be honored
All right.
because I wrote
Hit
down
it.
their initials earlier so that I didn't mess it up.
Nice. One thing, real quick. Is there anything you want to plug? Is there any place you want people to look for? Maybe art that you have made or something.
God,
like
no.
that? Okay.
No.
Just wanted to put that out there.
Nope.
Fair enough.
I have a dog. If you're a person who's on Twitter, you may have seen her once or 100,000 times.
She's so cute.
That's it.
Okay. Good. And do you want to give out your Twitter handle or no?
Oh yeah, it's microbes. M microbes.
So 4 M's and icrobes.
Yeah.
I like it.
Or
Yep.
3 M's and then microbes.
Either way.
Actually, can I
Anyway,
tell
you
you one
slice
more
it.
stupid thing real quick about that?
You think I can say no to this face? I cannot.
Okay, so Kat, you may actually have known about this. A couple years ago, so there was this weird. It was the first time I went to New York, and I was sitting on the tarmac at LaGuardia, and all of a sudden there was, I mean, easily 100 police cars surrounding the plane immediately adjacent to my plane.
Okay.
And I was like,
Okay.
holy shit. This feels like LaGuardia is a significant airport, and I don't love that this is happening next to me. And so I was taking a video of it, and it wound up being a complete misunderstanding about supposedly this guy had a bomb. He had a camera, and it was just in a case or something. But there were literally 100 emergency vehicles, and the guy like got thrown to the ground, and it was ridiculous. But before that was revealed, it was just what the hell is happening at LaGuardia, and it was on national news. And so I had tweeted about it, and then a bunch of reporters start reaching out, and they're like, can we use this video? Can we use this video or whatever? And I was like, yeah, sure. They didn't ever ask for my name. They just put on national news video from microbes. And
Awesome.
that was from a episode that one Noelle Carbone wrote. And so I got to tell her, check this the fuck out. And she thought it was so funny. It was just like a dumb little joke. It's like such a throwaway little line in the show, but I thought it was funny, and it made it on national news because of some dude's camera.
Love it. I was thinking that someone just saw someone they knew on the plane who was named Jack, and it caused the whole like, "Hi, Jack."
Oh my God. I think it's time for us to
It's time to go.
Anyway.
Time
To
to
be
go. That's how I
done.
demonstrate that. But Kat, did you have questions?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Just that it was an episode of Winona Earp, in case anybody was wondering.
Oh yeah, I forgot that part.
You did.
On this podcast, we have to say that.
Why
exactly.
not? Yep.
Yep. All right. So lead us off, Katie.
Lead us.
Do your thing.
Yes, thanks for being here, Katie. You will absolutely be back.
Thank you so
Please
much.
lead us on the sign off.
We are gathered here today to say FKP, Ken Paxton, FTC, Ted Cruz, and FGA, Greg Abbott. But most importantly, FMP.
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 That's Mike Pence. Theme song. Hi, Anne. Miss you. Love you. And cut that out. And cut that out. Insert transition here. And I love you. I miss you. Never mind, Anne. I love you. You are
It's fine.
so tall. And cut that part too. And I love you.
This is becoming a recursive and cut that out.
And just cancel this episode.